Okay, welcome to episode 2 of the Hornets of Emoria. Of course, to get everything started, we're in a quiet town of Emoria, and there's a notorious gang known as the Hornets of a distant city, a distant hamlet called the Grove of the Miller, and the Hornets terrorize Emoria every week. This gang is led by the ruthless Captain Thorn, and they plunder and intimidate all of the small businesses without mercy. A young, honorable leader of Emoria, his name is Lord Potts, has sought the help of these great adventurers at this table to stop this menace and move forward. In episode 1, they went to the local store, Hooten's, and got a bunch of weapons and potions and all sorts of different things, and now they are jumping into the adventure once again. We do know that Miller of the Grove is north of Emoria, and it does take some time to cross treacherous forests to get there. With that being said, I'm opening it up to our adventurers. They have now walked outside of Hooten's. It is a beautiful day, and townspeople are walking back and forth in the small hamlet of Emoria. What would you like to do, my friends? As they stand silently looking heroically at the sunrise, they think to themselves,
let's have breakfast.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so there are a couple of places in town, obviously. There is, of course, we do have Sidekicks Tavern, it seemed to be no one's there at the particular moment because it was ransacked by the Hornets. There is another place that is down the road, which is called the Law of the Forgotas, and it is a new restaurant in town. There is that. Would you like to go eat breakfast there?
Yes.
Fantastic. You guys go down. You guys have a wonderful breakfast. Everything is going well. You now are full and happy and great. And of course, as you are sitting there and you are eating breakfast, a man walks up to you guys and he's just like, hello, honorable friends. I'm glad you're already in town. I am the humble Lord Potts. And I am the one that sent you your scrolls to go and hopefully fight on my behalf and destroy the gang known as the Hornets. What do you think about destroying this gang for me?
We would be honored.
Fantastic, wonderful. I will give you some jewels and gold if you bring back the head of Captain Thorn for me.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, good. Well, is there anything you need before you set off on your grand quest?
Breakfast.
Oh, wonderful. Well, you're in the right place, obviously. Please have your fill, and I will pay for the bill. You do not have to worry about it. And please take some food with you on your trip.
Oh, which way is the Hornets?
Ah, yes, the Hornets, they come from a distant place, a small town north of here called the Grove of the Miller. And Grove of the Miller, north of here, is probably maybe 3 or 4 hours north by walking. You have to go up an old path called the One of the Nine.
Do y'all agree that we should go right now?
Can you give us some,
after breakfast.
Can you give us some weapons first so that we can do this for you?
Well, I don't really, but if you do want to stop by Hooten's, they do have plenty of weapons. I myself, I am just a humble and a leader here. I don't have any sort of weapons on me.
I say we just go.
Okay.
Okay, well, you guys are all very, very nice. That's fantastic. So, yeah, have a good day and safe travels. Good to see you all. And at that, Lord Potts leaves and walks away, which is good. And now you're in the wonderful restaurant. You had plenty of breakfast and you ate and everything is great. And you now have left the restaurant fat and happy and everything is good. Would you like to go north on the One of the Nine?
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
So as you guys are going north on the trail of the One of the Nines, you see something is coming up the path. It's far ahead of you, but something is definitely running your way. What would you like to do?
We want to see what it is.
Fantastic. So go ahead and roll a perception check. Everybody grab your D20, and you're going to be rolling this dice right now, and you're going to be adding a perception bonus if you have that on there. So it should be like 1 or 2 or 3.
16.
16.
Yes. So you
18.
10. What was the highest?
18.
18.
22.
22. Let's go. Okay, so with the 22, you can see all the way down. It's a little girl, and she has a green cloak on, and she is running down the road. She looks very frantic as she's running towards you. As with that 22, as you see that, you do hear something kind of like... As that happens, as she is running down the road, you can see her screaming, "Help! Help!" And you start seeing arrows hit trees on either side of her as she is running down the path. What would you like to do?
Let's save her.
Fantastic. So are you guys, what are you going to do to save her? Are you guys going to just run straight down the path? What would you like to do?
Use your spells.
We would like to use our spells.
Okay, what spell would you like to use? You have many.
Hold person.
Okay, describe what that does.
To hit the other thing, not the little girl.
Okay, describe what that does. It should have a description on there.
Choose a humanoid to make a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turn.
Okay, cool, absolutely. So basically you're going to hold somebody in place. Let's see if you see who the person is, who is shooting at this person. So go ahead and roll your D20. Let's do a perception check. You've got to roll above an 18.
What the skill? And what else am I supposed to add to it?
It should be your perception bonus, which is on there.
Where? Oh!
What'd you
I got
get?
14.
14. Okay, fantastic. Not quite there necessarily, so you can't tell exactly who is firing arrows or what is firing arrows. So you send the spell out, and it goes right past the girl, and it kind of goes into the forest, and you see a deer just go and fall over. And now you paralyzed a deer. What else would you like to do?
Since I don't have any weapons right now,
You don't have any weapons?
well, I didn't buy one.
But you got plenty on there. It should be on the right-hand side.
Oh, wait, I could just use those.
Yes.
Okay, well,
Everything on that
So
list is
then-
yours.
so then can I throw? Wait, because I have strength.
Yes, you do have strength, yeah.
So can I like throw a hand axe at the people?
Yeah. Now the thing is, so far you cannot see the people. They're kind of around the corner. Now you can just blindly throw the axe.
Oh, then no.
Can I use?
Okay, but remember, there's a girl running at you.
Yeah,
I would prefer not to
blindly
respect.
do
Good
that.
luck.
Can I use my detect magic spell?
Absolutely, yes. You go ahead and you detect magic, and you do realize that there does not seem to be any sort of magic arrows or anything else.
They're not magic arrows.
They're not magic arrows. They're just normal arrows. It looks like the girl is now getting quite closer to you right now. And then you just hear a... And it goes right, and it cuts the edge of her leg, one of these arrows. She hits the ground and tumbles in front of you. And she's like, "Please, someone save me." And it looks like she's getting really close to getting hit by one of these arrows. What would you like to do?
Run up and get her.
Okay, good, fantastic. So go ahead and do an athletics check. You should have athletics on there. Go ahead and roll for that. It should be, if you want to, you can do a dexterity check, and it will be with your D20. Yeah, do you have that? Go ahead and roll it, and tell me what you get.
21.
21? Why? You're like an Olympic athlete. Okay, cool. So you're like, just like, and like you like grab, throw the shoulder, flip back over to the rest of you guys. She is now completely safe. You put her over on the side, and as soon as you kind of like put her up against a tree, you see 5 guys walking around the corner, and you hear one of them shout, "Where are you at, Annie? Come on, it's time to play." Immediately they see all of you. "Who are you? Give back our little plaything."
We're gonna keep the girl behind us, and we're all gonna get our weapons out and stand there at them. And then if they try to come to us,
We're gonna fight.
we're gonna fight.
Fantastic.
Let's
So with
fight.
that being said, they're like, "Hey, let's get these guys." And so they actually pull their bows and arrows. Everybody do an athletics check. Roll their D20 dice. Add, if you have dexterity, add your dexterity modifier on that. Tell me, did anybody roll beneath an 18? Raise your hand. Beneath an 18, so a 17 or below. 17, only one person? 2 people? Okay, 2 people. Fantastic. You two, you guys take 12 damage. An arrow goes through your arm and through your leg. And you kind of fall over to the side. So you're going to take your hit points, your HP, which should be on your sheet, which is how much health you have. And you're going to minus that amount from where you're at, and that's where your health is right now, because you have both been damaged. Everybody else dodged the arrows. Now it is y'all's turn to do whatever you want to do. So in this case, we're going to start this direction, and we're going to move all the way around this way. Obviously, they are all standing there, kind of looking at you, and as you kind of look at them, you know there's definitely 5 of them staring down at you. So what would you like to do to these 5 dudes?
I want to get my sword
Okay.
and
They're walking closer to you. They're drawing another arrow.
oh gosh, I'm getting my hand axe out too,
Okay.
and then whichever one is closest, I'm throwing it at their head, and then with my sword, everyone else is gonna go, and then I'm just gonna run up and I'm gonna sword them.
Just start hacking away, right? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. That's great, awesome. You're gonna hack away. All right. So what you're gonna do is there are 5 dudes. They're probably all equal distance from one another. Tell me 1 through 4. Which one would you like to aim at? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
3.
Okay, so you're aiming at number 3, which is fantastic, and you want to do the hand axe?
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and roll your D20. They have 17 armor class. So what you're going to do is roll the D20 plus whatever your weapon modifier is. So next to your weapon, it'll say something like +3 attack, +2 attack. What does it say?
+6 to hit.
Okay, good. So roll that +6, and tell me if you get above 17.
Plus the 6?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. So you hit the guy. Now you're going to roll for damage. Next to that plus mark is what dice you use for damage. So it should say like 1d6, 1d4, 1d10. What does it say?
1d6
Plus what?
plus 3.
Excellent. So you're going to roll a 6-sided dice for your damage, and you're going to add that on it and tell me how much damage you take to this poor dude.
5.
5 points of damage. Wow, really? Okay, that's cool. Whatever. Okay, so this dude, you go up, and where are you aiming on his body with the hand axe?
His head.
Fantastic. So with the head, you miss his head slightly because he's trying to dodge you. You cut his arm straight off of his body with one hack. Just all of a sudden, just spraying blood everywhere. He like falls down on the ground. He's still alive, but he is definitely hurt. All right. And then let's go ahead and roll and see if you can get a bonus action on this. You got to roll right now. Roll your D20, and if you can roll above a 15, then I'll have you attack twice.
No.
Okay, cool, awesome sauce. So you were just so like flabbergasted that this guy is like dancing around on the ground and blood is shooting everywhere and chunks of his muscles, and you're like, ah! Okay, you're now covered. It's really gross. That's where you're at with that guy. All right, and that is number 3. All right, now it is up to you, sir. What would you like to do?
With my great sword, I would like to hit one of the enemies.
Okay, fantastic, wonderful. Do you want to do 3 is the one that is hurt currently? Do you want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
I'll take on 5.
Okay, fantastic. You're going to take on 5. You're going to run up to him. So go ahead and roll and tell me.
Which one?
Hit the D20, and their AC is 17.
I got 5.
5, and then what is the modifier for your weapon? Is it like +6 or something?
+4.
+4. Okay. Ooh, man, did not quite make it. So you run up to number 5, and you're going to try to hit him as hard as you can. He jumps out of the way backwards and just barely misses your attack. Now it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Throw my hand axe at one of them.
Hand axe at one of them. Okay, fantastic. So would you like to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? 3 is hurt the most.
4.
4. Okay, so you are aiming at person number 4. So go ahead and roll your D20 and add the plus attack modifier that's next to the weapon. So the weapon might be like a quarterstaff +3 +5. 12 total. Okay, fantastic. Doesn't quite hit it on there, so you do try to get him, and he kind of jumps out of the way with that 17. Very close, though. So now we're going to be moving over to you. Tell me, whoa. Go ahead and tell me, what do you want to do? Remember, there are magical abilities and everything else. 3 has the most amount of damage. Everybody else is pretty much full health. And then it's going to be their turn soon, so be very, very careful.
Wait, so I have to use my weapons, or can I do?
You can use anything you want to. Anything that are on those pages. Just make sure you use talking to the microphone. You can use any ability that you so desire.
Can I use spiritual weapon and spells?
Absolutely, yes.
Do I tell you what it says?
Yeah, go ahead and tell me what it says. Read into the mic.
It says create a floating weapon that attacks a creature, makes a melee spell attack on a hit. It deals with your 8 dice and your spellcasting ability modifier force damage.
Excellent. Okay, good. So go ahead and roll and tell me how much damage that is. Yep. And then go ahead and add your spellcasting bonus on there. What is that?
27.
27? Okay, are you aiming at 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
1.
You're aiming at 1. Okay, so with that, what type of weapon did you create?
A big sword.
Fantastic. This massive glowing blue sword just appears in the middle of the area, goes straight through this guy, pins him to the tree, and then all of a sudden it swipes up, and the dude just goes, and he's now in 2 pieces on the ground. Number 1 is gone. You have wiped him from the board, and now it is your turn. We still have 2, 3, 4, and 5 left. 3 being really damaged.
I would like to use my dagger.
Okay.
And I would like to try to hit number 2.
Okay, fantastic. So go ahead and roll and make sure you have that attack bonus on there.
13 plus 7.
You totally hit. Now you're going to roll your damage dice. Is that a D4 maybe? What does that say on there? Does it say D4?
Yes.
Okay, plus what?
4.
Okay, so tell me what that is.
9.
9 points. Wow, okay. You are really good. Okay, cool. So where are you stabbing him with his dagger?
In the heart.
Fantastic. You dig it deep, straight into his heart. You twist the dagger. He falls backwards against the ground. He is still alive, but he's just in there. He's like, and he's starting to shake a little bit. So he's not doing great. He's doing really bad right now. You got him straight in the heart. Congratulations. All right, now it is on to you. What would you like to do?
Can I act like I'm joining them into getting the girl and then sneak attack them with my sword?
100% you can. So with that, you're going to do let's do, I would say either let's do a deception. Let's see if you can deceive them or not. So go ahead and see if you can do a deception check. So roll your D20 and tell me what you get and see if you can deceive them halfway in battle. You got to roll above a 13. You rolled a 15? Excellent. Good. Well, speaking to the mic, you never see me. So you roll a 15. So what are you saying to the other ones?
I'm going to say, don't worry, I'm on your side. Get the little girl.
Fantastic. They're like, yeah, join us. We don't care. We just need help. So you go behind them now. So you're now behind them, which means that you have advantage. Anytime in D&D you're behind a character and you're sneaking up behind them, you have advantage. What that means is you get to roll this twice and take the higher of the 2. So you get twice the chance to sneak up on them. So go ahead and roll that D20 twice and tell me the higher number out of the 2 rolls.
15.
15. All right, fantastic. Well, that beats it. Now you got to do your damage. So your damage, it'll tell you what dice right next to your weapon. So it might say 1d6, 1d10. That's the dice that you use. What does it say?
It's the great sword one?
Yes.
It says +7 to hit, D2 6 plus 4.
Okay, so you're going to roll your d6 twice, 2d6, twice plus 2. So you're going to roll just a normal dice twice and then add 2 to it, and that will be how much damage you inflict. Now tell me this. Are you going against 4 or 5, which have perfect health, or you're going against 2 or 3, which are pretty much dead?
4 and 5.
Okay, so let's 4 or 5. Which one?
4.
4. Okay, good. So go ahead and roll your damage. So first time is a 6. Roll it again. This is 2d6.
3.
Okay, so and then you do plus what?
Plus 4.
Okay, cool. So that's, what is that, 13? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. So it's 13 points of, dang, dude.
6 plus 4?
6 plus 4 plus 3, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's 6 plus 4, yeah, that's 13, right?
I forgot you had...
Yeah, you got to do the modifier too. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? Yeah, 6 plus 4 is 13 points of damage against number 4. Where are you aiming for with this great sword?
I want to cut his head off.
Okay, so he comes behind him. You straight cut his head straight off. It starts flying in the air and lands on the ground. Rolls up to the little girl. She starts screaming, "Ah!" as she sees his head come over and run into her. And number 4 is completely done. Okay, now since everybody is gone, it is now the bad guy's turn. So number 5 looks at you because you just killed my best friend, and I'm going to try to attack you. So I rolled an 18. What is your armor class on here? It should be AC or armor class, which should be underneath possibly your underneath your. Let's see here. Here we go. Yep. It is a 16, so my 18 beats your 16, which means I get to attack you. So I'm going to roll for damage, and I grab my dagger, I shove it directly into your leg, and I twist, and I cause 12 points of damage against you as my dagger is sticking out of your leg. So you're now going to minus 12 against your points if you want to do the math there and take it down on your hit points. Number 4 is dead. Number 3, I'm going to look at you, and I'm going to try to hit you with my bow. I'm going to roll a 12. What is your armor class?
14.
I shoot the arrow, you dodge it easily, no problem like that. Now I'm down to number 2. I am going to aim for you, Jared. I'm going to try to hit you with my bow. I've got a 14. What's your armor class?
I got 16.
I fire, absolutely nothing happens. And now I'm going to number 2. I'm going to try to shoot you, and I roll a 19. What's your armor class? Please.
16.
Yes, I got you. Okay, good.
Wait.
6 plus.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it is.
6 plus 4 is 10. I shoot you and I hit you right in the shoulder for 10 points of damage, and you have an arrow sticking out of your shoulder. All right, so you're going to minus your hit points there. So you're going to have you're down to 30 now. Ooh, okay, so make sure you guys write that down and keep your totals on that. With that being said, it now goes up to the top of the battle, which is you are next, because the bad guys have all gone. So now it is your turn. It's your turn. Right now, it's your turn to fight. They're still alive. There's still 3 of them. There is 2, 3, and 5. 2 and 3. 2 is almost dead. He's got a knife in his heart. 3 has no arm. And 5 is doing really well.
I'm going to try to attack 5.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and do what do you want to do?
Throw my hand axe again.
Fantastic. So go ahead and roll your d20 with that modifier and tell me if you hit. His AC is 17.
18.
8. Yes, it does hit. So go ahead and roll your damage and tell me what you get. What was that? I don't know. What does it say next to it? Does it say what dice is it?
2d6.
Yes. So you're going to roll that twice and then add any modifier. So 2d6.
Wait, no, it's 1d6.
Well, okay. So roll one of these and then add whatever it is plus whatever. You got really excited about it. Yeah, go ahead and roll it one more time. Yeah.
Okay, 7.
7. All right, fantastic. So where are you aiming this thing?
At his heart.
Fantastic. You dig it deep into his sternum. He falls back against the ground. He is still alive, but you can tell that your axe is stuck in his chest, and he is having trouble breathing. All right, Jared, is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Can I run a perception check on weaknesses?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Go ahead and roll perception. Tell me what you get.
17.
All right. These guys are just normal humans with decently thick armor, nothing special about them. All right. Now you can go ahead and do your
Okay,
action.
I'm going to use my greatsword to stab number 1.
Okay, number 1 is dead.
Oh, he's
do you want to
dead?
kill the dead guy?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Number 2.
you can start poking at the one that's already dead. So it's 2, 3, and 5 are left.
Yeah, I got 2.
Okay, 2 is, yeah. So 2 is had a dagger stuck in his heart. And so he is barely moving, which means you have advantage on this. So you can roll twice and get the higher of the 2. Because he ain't moving.
Which dice?
The D20. So you always do D20 first, and then you roll to your damage dice.
11.
11, okay. And roll the high. Did you roll it twice?
Oh, yeah.
Roll a second time?
Okay, it's 11.
And did you add your proficiency bonus for your weapon?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 11 altogether. Doesn't quite hit.
Like with the weapon?
Yeah.
Oh, 15.
15
Plus
does.
7. Is it plus 7 too with the hit? To hit?
Yeah, it's the plus 7.
So
Yeah.
it'd be 22.
Be 22.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely, totally hits. Now roll damage.
Wait, what'd you say?
Yeah, roll your damage dice. So whatever your damage dice is, you're going to be rolling for that. So if it's a D4, D6, whatever it is.
D4.
There we go. Go ahead and roll that.
6.
All right, and well, was it a sword you said?
Yeah.
What are you aiming for?
Oh, so it'd be 10.
Oh, it'd be 10. Okay, so it didn't hit. Okay, so it doesn't hit. Okay, good. So swing and a miss. Somehow this guy with the dagger in his heart barely rolls sideways as you're like, ah, and he's just like, and just barely misses somehow.
So I missed twice.
Yes, you missed twice. Congratulations. You kept trying to whack at him, and he's just like rolling on the path. He's like, okay, this guy's very nimble for having a knife in his heart. Okay, now it's your turn. What do you got? What do you want to do? Okay, cool. Yeah. Number 3 is almost dead. So go ahead, and you also have advantage because of his health is so low. So you're going to roll that D20 twice, and tell me the higher of the two, plus your proficiency bonus. 27 definitely hits. Now you're going to roll your damage dice, whatever your damage dice is, and tell me what that is, how much damage that is. Oh, excellent. Wow. And you're hitting him with the great sword, you said?
Yeah.
Fantastic. What are you aiming for? Fantastic. You cut his head directly off. Like you cut it off and it starts spinning around on the ground like a little basketball. Okay, that's what happens. He is completely dead. Now there's only 2 and 5 left. Now it's over to your turn.
Can I use my mass healing word for us?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Perfect. So your spell casting ability should be on the other side. It's probably like a 5 or 6, and then you're going to roll that D4. And then add those two numbers together, and then that's going to be the amount that everybody gains health on.
14.
Okay, fantastic. Everybody gains 14 health, so add that back up. So now all of you guys are feeling very much regenerated. Do you want to heal any of the bad guys?
No.
Dang it, okay, it's fine. We're not making it too well. Okay, good. Yes.
Okay, so I had 40 health, but it added 14. So do I just put it back to 40?
Yes.
Okay.
Put it to maximum. Okay, what about you? What do you got, girl? It's your turn.
Can I use my...
Rapier. It is a rapier.
Okay.
We didn't know how to say it.
Okay, it is a rapier. Okay, so yes, you can. That is a sword. It's like a swashbuckling sword, Pirates of the Caribbean sword. Okay. Or do you want to do you want to do number 2 or number 5? As far as dude.
Wait, number 2 is the one that's almost dead?
Oh yeah, you got advantage.
Okay,
on
I'll
this.
do number 5.
Okay, number 5. Okay, go ahead. You're gonna roll, and 9 plus 7. Oh, it's a 16. So
16.
not quite hitting him, but you do have advantage on this guy because he is continuing to bleed. So roll one more time and see if we can get higher. You got to get a 17 or higher.
Oh my.
Girl.
What'd you get?
A 9.
So 9 plus 7, so the same thing. Okay, so you swing and a miss with your rapier. Nothing happens. Now it's on to you. I might be able to get you guys.
I would like to use my sword on number 5.
Okay, sword number 5. So go and roll your D20, and then you're going to add that modifier for that weapon, and tell me what you get. You got to roll over a 17, or 17 and higher. 19. Okay, so it's a hit. So now you're going to roll your damage dice. You're going to tell me what your damage dice is, whatever that particular dice is. I think it was a D6, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Where are you aiming for?
Yeah, his.
His aorta, okay, and what are you using? Is it a sword?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. So you just straight, like, just go behind him, and you're just like, and he's like,
God.
he's done. He is completely defeated, and because of that, the dude that has a dagger in his heart, he passes out cold. So now you guys are sitting on the road. One dude is alive. Everybody else is super dead. The one guy that is alive has a dagger still sticking in his heart, and I'm pretty sure if you remove said dagger, he would be dead. So you are now sitting on the road. There's a little girl over in the corner, still freaked out that there is a head next to her leg. And what would you like to do?
Take the girl and ask her, like,
Questions.
where she came from and stuff, and
Sure.
then try to find her home.
Okay, cool, absolutely.
Can we
So
heal her?
go ahead and ask her.
No!
We can't heal her?
Heal.
I said kill
Oh,
her.
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can
You
heal
did
her.
all of this, and they're just like. Okay, so you want to heal her first? Is that true?
Yeah, we
should
Okay.
heal her first.
Yes.
So who can heal her? Who has the ability to heal her? Okay, so go ahead and heal.
Okay, I want to use my cure wounds.
All right. I think it's a D4, isn't it?
It said D8.
Oh, D8. Okay, so go ahead and roll that. No, that should just be the amount that it heals her. So how much was on that?
2.
2. Okay, so 2 points of health. She feels slightly better. It's like she had a Gatorade. So she's like, thank you guys for saving me. You guys are so wonderful. Thank you. You're my heroes forever. Hello?
You're welcome. Where did you come from?
I'm actually coming from Emoria. Well, actually, I went to go see my grandmother, and she's not in her house anymore. I think the Hornets got her, and so I decided to come home, and then they started hunting me, and I thought I was going to die.
Wait,
We killed the Hornets?
that was the Hornets?
Yeah, that was some of their gang, yeah. They have so many. They're all over the place.
Did you see if any got off or where they came from?
Yeah, everybody knows where they come from.
Okay, well, I mean was there more than just 5 with them?
I don't know how many people. I know there's only 5 people that hunted me, but in Emoria, sometimes they come 10, 15, 20 of them. I don't know. Can you please take me back to my mommy?
Yeah.
Yes, where is she at?
She's just down the road in Emoria. She's not far away. She'll maybe make you some soup or something.
I think we should decide what to do next. So what do y'all think
I
we
think
should do?
you should take me to my mom.
Let's do that first. Let's do that first. Yeah.
Can you lead us back to Emoria?
Well, yeah, of course. Follow me.
We just came from Emoria.
We just did come from a.
Oh,
I think we should keep going with our trip.
Loki, can we just
Don't leave me alone on the road.
Let's just leave her.
She can make her way
We
back.
can give her. I still have a piece of bread that the chef gave me, and I can give her that and send her on her way. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you for the bread. And she starts to just like slowly walking away and runs away towards Emoria. You guys are now facing the Miller of the Grove down the road of one of Nines. And you're sitting there now, and it is now nice and quiet as you're surrounded by dead bodies and severed heads and blood everywhere. And you're soaked in blood because you cut off an arm halfway through battle. So what would you guys like to do now that you're over the top of these bodies?
Search them.
Fantastic. Okay, we're going to do
Take all of their weapons.
Good. So this is called, that is a great job for D&D people. You always pillage. So you're going to roll this and you do an investigation check, and we're going to see who's highest. And we'll go from there. The D20, normal D20.
Oh.
So roll that and tell me who gets the highest.
I got 17.
Oh,
I got 20.
I got 14.
Okay, who got
I
20?
got 13.
I think 20 was the highest.
Me.
Okay, good. You're just really lucky on things. Anyway, okay, so with your 20, you go through, and there's you kind of go through the dead bodies. You go through first, and you find 60 gold coins on them. So you bag an entire bag full of gold. You also find a letter from Captain Thorne that is telling them to go through the countryside and take as many homes as possible for his next big plan. But you don't know what his next big plan is. You also go through and you do find 3 daggers, which is pretty cool, and you do find a vial that is glowing red, but you don't know exactly what it does, but it is a vial about this big that glows red. Who's next up? 14, anybody higher
I
than
rolled
4?
17.
17, okay, so with your 17, you kind of go through. You do notice that with all of the battle, this guy does have a cloak that is completely undamaged. His armor, you've seen, the swords and the cuts and the scrapes, but it seems like his cloak seems to be a little bit tougher than anything you've seen before. Would you like to take his cloak?
I would love to take it.
Good. So you take the cloak off the guy, you throw it around yourself, and immediately you feel somehow stronger and a little bit more fortified. On your armor class, you just get a +1 on your armor class. So if your armor class is an 18, then it's now a 19, so on and so forth. You also get 10 gold coins, and that's all you find there. And then we'll have one other person who's next. Is it you or who's next? Okay, fantastic. As you go around, you're looking for smaller things. You find 2 different gold rings. One of the rings happens to be glowing red, and when you put it on, you now have the ability to basically turn any weapon and turn it into a flame weapon, which is pretty cool. So if you hold an arrow, you've got flame arrows. If you hold a sword, you've got a flaming sword, and you now have that ability because of that ring. Okay, cool. So everybody else looks through stuff. They don't find anything else particularly. Everything else is pretty normal. You guys are kind of walking through the particular area, walking down the road through ones and nines. And give me a perception check, guys.
15.
15? Anybody beats a 15? Is that the highest everybody rolled is a 15? Okay, cool. So, wonderful. Let's see here. As you are walking down the road, you do sense that there is some sort of pulsating power that seems to be calling your name. A wind kind of blows across this particular path, and it sounds like you hear something like a whisper in the air. Would you like to follow that feeling?
Yes.
Wonderful. So as you go into the forest, a little darker, you happen to go. All of a sudden, it seems almost as if maybe it's overcast outside or something, because it was morning time. You guys just had breakfast, but as you're walking through the forest, all of a sudden it seems to be almost twilight, and it seems like it's just been a few seconds, which is very strangely how it's getting darker and darker as you're walking closer in. Then you see something carved into a stone. And you kind of look at it, and it's got these old runes that are carved into this stone. What would you like to do?
Can I use my light spell so I can see it better?
Go ahead. So you go ahead and cast this, and you can read it more clearly now. It says, "I am a mouth that does not speak, a hollowed heart so dark and deep. Creatures hide in secret sleep. What am I that lies beneath?"
Are you
A
a
cave.
cave?
You're a cave.
Excellent. All of a sudden, it lights up, and the stone starts to move, and underneath it is you see these stair steps into darkness underneath. Would you like to go into this cave?
Perception check.
What you got?
15.
I got 6.
It's a hole. Congratulations.
Well, my spell, my light
What-
spell,
what did you get?
goes up to like 20 feet.
Oh, yeah. No, you're good. Okay, cool. So, what did you get?
19.
15.
19, 15. Okay, fantastic. So as you guys kind of go down you can see the bottom of the steps, and it looks like it's a long corridor with like spider webs. And once again, this like wind blows from this area and seems to call out to you and whispers. What would you like to do?
Explore.
Fantastic. So you guys are now going into the giant hole in the ground with whisper ghosts. Awesome. So as you guys walk into this hole, and you've got the light sources, you guys are walking down this path. It seems to be an old, almost like a mausoleum, an old stone hallway structure with intricate carvings and runes on the walls depicting the life of Emory Rains. The entrance behind you immediately as you go to the bottom of the stairs shuts, locking you in. The only way you can see is that the light spell that you're using. There's weathered stone on either side, and as you kind of walk down this long hallway, there seems to be this door at the very end. And you can tell on it, it says beware. What would you like to do?
Going in the door.
Bust
right?
down the door.
Okay.
Bust down the door. All right, fantastic. So who would like to do a strength check?
Me?
Good. So roll you're really lucky. So roll your D20 and tell me what it is.
18.
Fantastic. Okay, wonderful. So you go up and you try to kick this door as hard as you physically can. And when you hit it, something ripples, like almost like a layer you can't see. You are blasted backwards, and you take 9 points of damage as you kind of like hit against the walls and topple backwards. And you can tell that it still like ripples for half a second before it stops.
Is that all of us?
You did not. The door is still there, and it seems to be protected by something.
Is that all of us or just her?
Just her. She's the only one that tried to kick it in. Does anybody else like to kick it in?
Wait, can I use my detect magic spell?
I want to.
Absolutely, yes. So you can go ahead and you detect magic. Sure enough, there is a blue force field around this thing. And you can also tell that it seems to be some sort of protection magic. Oh, nope, something happened. Everybody, I need you to do a athletics check. Roll your D20 right now and add athletics to it. Yeah, tell me if anybody gets below an 18 or below. Tell me what happens. You got a 19. Okay, anybody below an 18?
Yeah, I got 19 too.
Okay, what about you guys?
5.
You got a 5. I'm sorry. Okay, what about you?
13.
13.
18.
Okay, hey, you're a save. Okay, so you two, all of a sudden you hear like a creaking sound. Immediately, most of you jump backwards and roll out of the way, but you two do not. Spikes from the sides shoot out sideways, stabbing you both in the arms, both of you receiving 13 damage apiece from the walls that are stabbing you. With that being said, you also hear a as you look behind you. What was the steps up to the top of this the staircase where that was caved in? Now we have, of course, this wall slowly approaching you guys that will smush you unless you figure something out. The door is still glowing. What would you like to do?
They need to throw us a rope.
Girl,
You're in a hallway.
Wait,
You're in a stone hallway.
can my hold person work on a wall too?
Can what?
Yes,
My hold
hurry.
person. It said choose a humanoid to make a wisdom saving throw or to be paralyzed. Or no.
You can certainly try anything you want to. You want to paralyze the door?
Paralyze the wall to make it stop moving.
Fantastic. Good. So you're going to go ahead and roll. And if you roll over a 17, then you will stop this from smushing you guys.
18.
18! What? Let's go! So sure enough, normally it's only on humans, but you send it down, it hits it, and it just goes... And now you guys are good to go. You're in a safe space for just a moment. The door is still glowing. It is frozen about 10 feet from you guys. You do not know what really tricked off the spikes coming out, which is kind of scary. But you guys are kind of watching out for that in this particular moment. But you are stuck in a very small space now, and it seems a little claustrophobic. Now, what would you like to do? Constitution is your health. So, like, for example, if you saw a dead rat on the floor, if you ate the dead rat, would you survive? You would probably die of dysentery. But that's what it's your health. Well,
Would wisdom work?
how nimble you are, how flexible you are.
Would wisdom work to figure out how to open the door? Like,
Sure, you can do a wisdom check to see if you can figure out how to do it. Absolutely. Go ahead and roll with your D20 and add that wisdom modifier. Tell me what you get.
18.
18. All right, fantastic. So you do know that this is an ancient way to keep people, typically to protect graves. All right, most likely this is some sort of mausoleum or somebody died and some sort of mage along the way protected this so no one could go in and raid this particular area. With that being said, all mages have some sort of way of turning it off. So most likely, someplace in this room, there is some way to stop this thing from happening.
Can we explore the cave to see if there's like a button or something to turn the door up? Like,
Absolutely. Let's do a investigation check.
okay.
Yep, everybody rolls.
Let's go. 20.
I got 17.
17. All right, you got 20, you said?
Do I add that? Like, can I?
Yeah, you can add it to your. Yeah, absolutely, yes.
So
I got
23.
19.
23. Fantastic. So you
22,
guys.
22.
We had
22?
what to it?
You're going to add, if you have investigation on there, you can add that on there.
Oh, I don't, but I got 19.
Fantastic. So the 22, is that what it was? So 22, as you guys feel around on the walls and everything else, sure enough, you feel two buttons. There is one higher and one lower. Which one do you pick?
Lower.
Both
Both, yeah, both.
at the same
Lower.
time. Just
Do it at the same time.
Fantastic. Awesome sauce. So you hit both of them at the exact same time. Everybody do an athletic check. Tell me if anybody rolls beneath an 18. 18 or below.
Oh no.
I did.
A
Lord, did we all
9.
get low?
What?
I got 15.
I got 24.
24? Okay, cool.
I got
Wait.
15.
Who rolled below? 18 or below? Raise hands.
Not me.
I got a 14.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So you, yes, you add your athletics to it. So with that being said, the door flies open. You dive through the door. The rest of you guys, spikes come from all four areas, which is the other button, and stabs all of you guys for 15 points of damage as you guys, and then the spikes go back in. You guys have been pierced in the legs and the arms and the shoulders, and you guys crawl through to the other side of this door in this hallway.
Can I use my mass healing word again?
Well, maybe next time, because that is the end for this episode of Dungeons and Dragons. Tomorrow we're going to pick it up when we're inside of this mausoleum and explore why there was a magic door protecting something from within that is calling to you. Thank you guys for listening. Have a great day.